Good evening, everybody. It is 5:37 p.m. on Wednesday, January 13th, and I'm calling this special Board of Education meeting to order. Miss Bishop, would you please call the roll? Oh, I meant to say the whole thing, sorry. As president of the National Board of Education, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in accordance with the governor's emergency order 12, pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, I am confirming that we are providing public access to the meeting via ETV, live streaming, and Channel 99. We previously gave notice for accessing the meeting through public postings on our website. For this meeting, there is no public comment section because this is administrative. So I think that's it. Let's start by taking roll call attendance. When each meeting member states their presence, please also state whether there's anyone in the room with you during the meeting, which is required under the right to know law. Okay. Thank you, Jen.
So I am here. Well, Miss Bishop is here. I am alone of adults. But no one is here is going to compromise what I think they try. Miss Giglio?
I am here and I am alone in the room.
Miss Raymond?
I'm here and I'm alone.
Miss Oden?
I'm here. My husband is watching TV and he has headphones in, so he can't hear me or anything that's going on. I have headphones in, earbuds, I guess.
Okay. Miss Brown?
I am present and I am alone in the room.
Miss Johnson?
I am present and I'm kind of traveling through the house right now, but no one can hear me, so I'll be in a room by myself shortly.
Okay. Mr. Guarino?
I am here and I am by myself in this room.
Miss Zeem?
I'm here and I'm alone.
And Miss Timmons is not here yet, but she might click in later. Okay. And we have Miss O'Gara and Miss Kinsella is here as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Bishop. So tonight's agenda is fairly brief. We forgot on Monday to go over our 2021 committee appointments. I already spoke with Ms. Timmons and she had a couple of requests for changes. And so at this point, I would open the floor to see how people feel and then take votes on it. I have it up, or Tara, if you'd rather, if want to share screen so that the public can see it.
Feel free to go ahead. I didn't bring it home, so.
Okay. So give me 1 second. Guess it's that one. I just learned that apparently I can share my phone on here too, which is kind of exciting. All right, so I'll make this full screen and then we'll zoom in a little bit. Pete Johnson is telling me that we need to make it a little bit bigger. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. I don't know how much I want to zoom it to. I want to zoom it more. All right, can people, Ray, do you think this is big enough?
Yes, I can see
25
it.
and 153, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think you got too big now.
Oh, I'm being a little too ambitious. Oh, that's good, right? Okay, so I tried to give everybody their first choice. I tried to make the chairs of the standing committees, with the exception of budget, which nobody asked for, people who will be returning, who aren't up for election this year. And Ms. Timmons asked that we add Ms. Zeem to the superintendent search committee, and Ms. Oden asked to be taken off of that committee. And I'm willing to give up my spot on that as well if somebody else wanted it. So that's where we are now. And I can't see everybody, so if we could use the chat when we have comments. But I see you, Mr. Guarino.
Okay, so do I have the floor?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I have no real complaints with what you've done, but
Okay.
I would like to move to remove Paula Johnson as chair of the Finance and Operations Committee.
Okay. Do
So
Okay.
is he going to tell us why?
hold on one second. I think he needs a second, and I'll second it because I want to hear why.
Okay. The reason why I object to Ms. Johnson is because I believe that we should not give her a bigger platform in which she can espouse misinformation. I would like to stress, this is not about partisanship. This is not about Republican versus Democrat. It is not personal. It is about the behavior and values that each of us on this board express in our words and actions. Ms. Johnson is quoted in a news article calling Vice President Pence a traitor because Mike Pence upheld the Constitution and would not go along with Trump's attempted coup after Trump incited riots in Washington. In a disgusting display of white supremacy, Trump's followers in Washington waved the Confederate flag in the halls of our nation's Capitol building. And I ask, does Ms. Johnson support this? That's my question to her. These are not the values that we should be communicating in our public school district. Furthermore, in this board's deliberations, Ms. Johnson has brought misinformation in the face of hardworking city staff from the health department, and her negative rhetoric is a constant demoralizing factor for the teachers and employees in our district. I support all of Ms. Raymond's appointments except this one. I do not wish to give Ms. Johnson a bigger platform for misinformation and divisiveness.
Could I
Do I
speak?
get to respond to this, please?
Yes, I think people are going to want to respond. I heard Dottie first, so I'm going to let
Okay, thank
Dottie
you.
speak. And then Ms. Johnson, you can have the floor.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ms. Oden.
Thank you. As chair of Finance and Operations for the past year, I've worked with Paula. Paula was on there. Paula does an excellent job. She's a detailed person. She asks good questions. She might be more conservative than I am, but she has that right as far as looking at the money. I think Paula deserves that position, and I think she'll do a very good job there. I will not penalize her for her feelings outside of this, but for finance and operations, I think she's done a good job, and I think she'll be an excellent chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Oden. Ms. Johnson, did we lose
I'm
you?
take-
I seem to have you twice now.
I'm gonna come off the phone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving the meeting. Okay, I have had it with Mr. Guarino over this past year of his attacks on me. My First Amendment right allows me to go to any type of rally that I want and to say whatever I want. I already consulted a lawyer on this because of the attacks that went after me with a member of the teachers union asking me to resign. I'm not going to resign from this board or from a committee. And Mr. Guarino, you will have made this whole thing political since day one. It's not about my party affiliation because when we run in this city, we run as a nonpartisan. There is no Republican, there's no Democrat on the ballot unless you're running for the state or higher office. And your attacks on me over the right to know law and other issues have gone on too long. And if you feel my information isn't correct, I am finding it. I am documenting it. I got more information again about that students are not super spreaders. I'm sorry, Mr. Greeno. You start doing your homework and you start showing articles, and I am tired of your attacks. All you know how to do is attack women, and enough is enough is enough. And if you don't want me as a chair, too bad. I was offered the chair. I want to stay as the chair. I love working with everybody that's on the board. But you know what, Mr. Garino? I don't like working with you anymore because I am not taking your attacks anymore to me or any other woman on this board. Enough is enough. You make everything political, and I'm done with this. And the parents see everything that goes on in this district. And I got parents calling me up all the time saying that they're tired of the way I'm being attacked. I said, don't worry about it. I got a tough skin. I've sat through this on the board. I do my homework. You don't like it? Fine. We all have the right to our own opinion. We still have the First Amendment right at this point in time. How much longer? I don't know. But you know what? Don't talk to me. You don't have to look at me anymore. We just have to work as a board and work together. That's it. And obviously, you don't want to do it, and stop already with your attacks. End of story. Don't talk to me if you're going to be rude and nasty. I will not tolerate this anymore, your behavior. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Johnson. Did anyone else have a comment on Mr. Guarino's motion? Nope. All right, I just want to say something. As Ms. Johnson knows, she and I disagree utterly on many topics, politically and otherwise. And I don't think that those disagreements should preclude her or her behavior when she's not wearing her board member hat, because like all of us, we're board members, but then we also have lives outside of the board. So when she's not wearing her board member hat, I think she has the right to say and do as she pleases, as long as it doesn't affect the board. I felt that Ms. Johnson had a particular set of skills that would be helpful in finance and operations. I would prefer not to take her off of it, simply because I think she's really good at it. So if nobody else has any other comments, Mr. Guarino, briefly, please.
Sure. I do not attack women. There's only women on this board, by the way, besides me. That is not a personal attack, and I don't make things political. I work nonpartisan. I work with Mr. Bill Mosher, who's not in my party. I love Sandra Ziem. Okay, if the board wants to put her as the chair of the budget of the finance and operation, that's fine with me. But I have a right to my First Amendment speech too. And when someone supports attacks on the Vice President of the United States, I think someone ought to speak up for decency. Okay, we have to speak up for decency. That's the kind of values that we have, and we have to express those values. Ms. Johnson can express however she wants. She can say whatever she wants. This is not a personal attack. It's about the values that we express on this board. Okay, because we have to show the children and the students in this district, we have to show them higher standards. Okay, and that's why I did it. And I think someone should call her out. Okay, because they waved the Confederate flag. Okay, that's desecration of Abraham Lincoln's memory and the memory of people who died. Okay, to oppose slavery, and that's a desecration of the people's house. And I don't support that. And someone who does support that, I question their values, and I will continue to question those people's values who think you can attack, who support those people who attack the Capitol. I'm not going to say anything else. Go ahead. You can have the last word, Ms. Johnson. I don't care.
Okay, I'm going to ask that we stop focusing on that particular issue at this point. I don't think that a vote to keep Ms. Johnson in her chairmanship or a vote against it says anything about anything other than the Board of Education. Um, uh, we all know what happened last week. We all know, hopefully, what happened today in the House where impeachment happened. So I'd like to keep our politics and our focus this evening on our local board and the issues surrounding the chairmanship of each of the boards. So I'd like to take this vote, and then we'll hear if we need any other changes. It's also come to my attention that it might be difficult for people to read my screenshot, possibly because of all the pretty colors I put in there, which was to help me make sure that people were distributed evenly. The rainbow effect was just an extra bonus. So when you're ready, Ms. Bishop, if you could call the roll regarding Ms. Guarino's motion to remove Paula. And again, the vote on this motion should not be interpreted to reflect anybody's political beliefs outside of the board. Oh, you're on mute, Ms. Bishop.
Good, because I mispronounced my own name. I got a little ahead of myself there. So Ms. Bishop votes no. Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Ms. Raymond,
No.
Ms. Oden,
No,
Ms. Brown,
No.
Ms. Johnson,
No.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Ms. Ziem,
No.
and Ms. Timmons is not here yet.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 no's and 2 yeses. The no's have it.
Okay. Yes, go ahead, please, Ms. Gilio.
I just have a question about my assignment. I'm an alternate on human resources, and my question is simply, do I go to all the meetings in case someone's not there, or do I get contacted if one of the 3 members won't be attending?
Ms. Ziem, how do you intend to handle that circumstance?
If I actually heard from a member who was not going to attend, just to be sure that we had a quorum 3, I would call her. But I'm always happy for you to come, Sharon, and to share with us your great knowledge.
Thank you. I will probably attend in most cases,
Yeah.
but I just didn't know how it worked. That
No.
sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so let me just make everything black so it's a little bit more legible, and then I'll read it off for anybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I read this first and then you go, or would you prefer to go ahead, Ms. Brown? Okay. Okay. So on the budget committee, that's a committee of the whole. I kept Mr. Guarino as the chair of that committee. He's done an admirable job the last few years. Curriculum and evaluation, chair is Jessica Brown. Members are Mr. Guarino, Ms. Gilio, and an alternate of Ms. Timmons. Finance and operations, chair Ms. Johnson. Members Ms. Brown and Ms. Oden with alternate Ms. Ziem. Human resources, Ms. Ziem is chair. Members Ms. Oden, Ms. Timmons, and alternate Ms. Gilio. Policy committee, Ms. Bishop is chair. Mr. Guarino and Ms. Ziem as members with Ms. Johnson as an alternate. And then the JSSBC, Mr. Guarino asked not to be placed on that committee this year. So I've kept myself, Ms. Gilio, Ms. Brown, Ms. Bishop, and then added Ms. Johnson. The construction committee has not been meeting. We've been subsuming those in the JSSBC meetings, but I went ahead and put 3 of us at random in there. If we go down to page 2, the negotiations members have already been set. The paraeducators and the teachers have begun. So for the paraeducators, it's myself and Ms. Oden. The directors this summer will be Ms. Gilio. The teachers are Ms. Brown, myself, and Ms. Ziem. The custodians will be Ms. Timmons and Ms. Johnson. And food service will be Ms. Gilio. I believe the the directors, AFSCME and food service will all start this spring to summer. So it's a big year for negotiations. The Ed Council has not been meeting due to the coronavirus pandemic. It usually meets 4 times a year. I left Ms. Giglio on it. I left myself on it because it hasn't been meeting, but I'm willing to assign someone else if that is what people prefer. Health and wellness, I don't remember the last time that met, so I left it blank. Ms. Timmons asked to remain as the student board liaison, and I think she's done a fine job. And the superintendent search committee, I've added Ms. Zeem. Ms. Brown has already begun work along with Ms. Timmons. I have myself in there, but again, that's a placeholder. I'm happy to have another member take my place if they so desire. And the last page is blank. So I'm going to go back up to the top. And then hopefully in black and white, it's a little bit more legible. And then I saw Ms. Brown's hand. Were there any other hands? Nope. Go ahead, Ms. Brown.
I would like to move to approve the committee chairmanships as presented by Heather Raymond. That's the end of the motion.
Okay.
Tonight.
Are you just
I
saying
could have
the
said that
chairman?
better. I apologize.
Yeah. Are you saying the chairmanships or all of the appointments?
What is it? The committee assignments and chairmanships. I move to approve this document as presented.
Second,
Okay.
Second?
Yep. Ms. Oden seconded,
Okay.
and then also Ms. Zeem. Would anyone else have anything to say? Any discussion on it? Anyone dying to be on the superintendent search committee? Ms. Bishop?
I just want to say if there's anything that needs to be supported or helped after, like during kind of the evening hours, I can be more helpful then. Just to put it out there.
Okay, thank you. I do try very hard to take into account people's work hours as I'm making the chart. And again, everyone saw my rainbow colors. It was so that I could try not to overburden any individual member. Most people have 3 to 4 assignments. I mean, of course, I am always an alternate for every committee. And I'm happy to continue to do that. Okay, any other discussion? Mr. Guarino?
Yep, I just want to thank Heather Raymond for taking the time out and putting this together. I know it's not easy. So I just want to thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Mr. Guarino. It is challenging, but important. And I hope that we all enjoy our committees this year. And I think we figured out how to work together in the pandemic on the committee. So I'm looking forward to some good work coming out.
I do approve of your work, but my vote's going to be no as a protest vote. I know it's going to pass. But I just wanted to say that. So I don't want anyone to take anything personally, but you know my reasons. So.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Guarino. Everyone has to vote their conscience. It's really all we can ask. All right, so Ms. Bishop, when you're ready, if you could please call the roll.
So on the motion to approve the 2020 BOE committee, Ms. Bishop, me, votes yes. Ms. Giglio,
Yes.
Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
Ms. Oden,
yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino,
No,
Ms. Zeem,
Yes.
and Ms. Timmons is not here. So the yeses have it 7-1.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you coming out. I apologize that we didn't get this done on Monday night, though it was a very long meeting. This will be on the website within a couple days. And I encourage all of the chairs to reach out to your administrators so that they are able to schedule a time to work with you. How do I stop screen sharing? There it is. I did it. Okay, so please feel free to reach out to your administrators if you haven't already, so that you can plan the agenda for the meetings coming up in the next couple weeks. And to all the members, now you know who to send your questions and comments to, in case you want to add anything to the agenda cues for those committees. Okay, that's all I've got. Anybody have anything else? Otherwise, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. Ms. Johnson?
I just want to say thank you to my board members who stood behind me tonight and kept me as a chair. I look forward to working with everybody this next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Motion
Johnson.
to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn by Ms. Oden,
Second?
seconded simultaneously by Ms. Brown and Ms. Gilio. Okay, when you're ready, Ms. Bishop.
Ms. Bishop votes yes. Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
Ms. Oden,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Ms. Seem.
Yes.
Okay, motion to adjourn passes.
Yay.
Yay.
Have a
We're
great night,
adjourned
everyone.
at 6:03 p.m.